welcome back to my channel, Hasty Books. I'm Camilla, and yes, this is yet another TBR video. I know I haven't been posting a lot and I haven't had a lot of time and space to prepare videos and to be creative and stuff, even though I have some ideas, but I haven't had a lot of time to plan and to sit down and film and all of it. But I'm here with TBR because it's a good way to start each month, actually, just even for myself, to be like, oh, what will I read this month, or what's the kind of in the possibilities. And so I thought I would, film a quick video. In October we have some plans. We're going away a few weekends and some activities here and there, but I'm still planning on reading at least a little bit. So at first I was going to only put 2 or 3 books on my TBR, and I was like, let's be honest, I will probably be diving in and out of more books than that, so I decided to do a pile of possibilities. So the first book, let's dive in. The first book is How to Say Babylon by Safia Sinclair. I started this one in September. As you may know, I got this one from the library. It was on my September TBR, and I'm 150 something pages in. I kind of went into this a bit blind, and it's been a lot harder to read than I expected. So I'm at a part where her father has become very physically abusive, and this is, I don't know, a roller coaster of a memoir, and I feel like it's well written, but also sometimes it's very flowery, which makes it sometimes a bit hard to read because the sentences are very elaborate and very poetic and stuff. So I find I'm not reading through this as quickly as I would have wanted. But I'm still going to be reading it in early October to try to finish it. And I have to return it to the library. I think there might be another hold on this, so I might have to finish it with an audiobook that I found. So I might do that. Might finish the second half on audio. We'll see how that goes. But I want to finish this one. This is the last book, I believe, from the Women's Prize for Non-Fiction that I'm going to be reading from the shortlist. Because I did DNF Thunderclap. Sorry. But I think this is the last of the 6. And I've had a good time, actually. So yeah, great list. I'll come back at some point. I'll come back to it, even if it's before the next non-fiction long list is announced. I will come back to this. Then, okay, this is even more so shameful. I started this in August. So this is Sex and Vanity by Kevin Kwan. I started it, I think I'm 215 pages into this one, which I can't imagine is that long. Yeah, I have literally 110 pages left of this book, but I read it almost the whole 200 and something pages on holiday when we were in Germany in August, and then I came home and I didn't touch it again. It's just been on my bedside table this whole time, and I think I should try to finish it. It's not that it's not good, I guess moved on to something else when we came back from holiday. I don't know, but it would be good to finish this October just to call it done, Next, another book that I might dive in, we'll see how it goes, is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I actually went to Cornwall this summer, and one of my colleagues had said oh, Rebecca is the perfect book to read, when you're in Cornwall. So I brought it with me and read the first chapter, I think. 2 chapters because they're quite short, but I really wasn't feeling it, maybe because it was really beautifully summery and light and breezy, and we're having such good summer fun. So yeah, I wasn't feeling it, but I feel with October, with the autumn properly kicking in, I might have more of a feel for this one, and I'd like to read it. This has been, I think this is the book I've chosen as one of my it's from one of the prompts for the Ben Reads Good challenge. Is it just Reads Good challenge? So I think this was maybe the prompt about the nomination for the Oscars. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is one of the books I think, so I'd like to finish it this year, and by finish it, I'm 10 pages and let's not, be too ahead of ourselves. But yeah, and I feel everyone who's read it is gushing about it, so I know I'm gonna love it. But I just, again, I need to get to it. And before I dive into the last print book that I want to read, or start in October, I will be participating in October. So I watched the prompt, announcement videos from all the hosts, and it was really lovely to see, what they were preparing ahead for the year. And I love to dive all into October, but I cannot manage that this year because of everything that's going on in my life. But I had decided to pick The Tenants of Wildfell Hall to read because I started it during October many years ago, and I wasn't really feeling it, and it's really long, and I just kind of left it behind. But I really want to read all of the Bronte books, so I want to get back to that one, and I think it fits Katie's prompt as well. So I think I would like to finish that, and that would be on audio. And if I can manage, because I always love some Gaskell, Elizabeth Gaskell during October. So I might actually this year read Cousin Phyllis by Elizabeth Gaskell. So yeah, so those are my two that I'm kind of keen to look at. I also would like to maybe look at The Mill on the Floss by George Eliot, but I don't know that I'll have capacity for another huge book in October, especially for October. I'll try to get through The Tenants of Wildfell Hall first, and then we'll see what happens. Because one of my goals for 2024, and I didn't have a lot, I've already ruined one by reading too much. Anyway, I wanted to read 4 big books. I think I've read 2 so far. Is that correct? I don't remember actually, but what I remember is that this book was on my list to read this year. Tomb of Sand by Gitanjali Sri. This won the International Booker, I want to say in 2022. And I bought it immediately because I was, from the longest announcement that year, I was taken with this book. So I bought it, and this year I thought I would sit down, and because I'm trying to slow down my reading, which that hasn't been working, but anyway, I wanted to sit down and read some bigger books, and this is one of them. It is 739. So this would be my goal, to start reading in October and hopefully read before the end of the year. I always like to have a big book at the end of the year. So this will be it. It's really quite big though. I feel like I could manage this. Yeah, let me know if you want me to do updates. If you're interested in reading it along with me, just kind of let me know. I'm very keen to dive into it. So yeah, these are the books that I'm sort of planning in and around. Sometimes, like, things happen, I dive into another book or something from the library. Actually, that reminds me. I haven't read any other Booker book since I did my reaction to this shortlist announcement, and that's because I've had not been able to get my hands on any, basically. So I'm still only 2 down, and I did give up on Headshot. But I think I might be next for Creation Lake. So I might be getting that one. I think the other 2, there's no way I'm getting them potentially before the winners announced, so I might give up on them. But yeah, so that's my hopefully list of possibilities for October. I'm excited to kind of we'll see what I get to and what I do manage to start or to finish in the month. Let me know what you're planning on reading in October, or if you have any adventures planned. As always, thank you so much for watching, and see you back. Bye!